Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, yeah.
Laura, would you please take roll?
Councilmember Bachmann.
Here.
Councilmember Smith.
Here.
Councilmember Lundberg.
Here.
Mayor Sullivan. Here. Councilmember Pratt.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Here.
Councilmember Martin Pontiac.
Here.
City Manager.
Here.
Finance Director.
Here.
Community Development Director.
Here.
Police Chief.
Here.
Fire Chief.
Here.
And City Engineer.
Here.
Roll call complete.
Thank you. Public hearings, we have none. Citizens' comments on agenda-related items. Consent agenda. All agenda items marked with an asterisk or on the consent are considered by the city manager to be routine matters prior to approval. Any member of council may have an item removed and taken up during the regular portion of the meeting. Items include approval of minutes, payroll, invoices, quarterly financial update, quarterly investment report, consideration of ordinance 24-06 to amend Chapter 288 PEG Commission of the City of Manistee, Michigan Codified Ordinances, consideration of recognizing Victorian Quilters Guild of Manistee as a nonprofit organization. At this time, council could take action to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Laura, would you please take roll?
Councilmember Bachmann.
Yes.
Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Lundberg.
Yes.
Mayor Sullivan.
Yes.
Councilmember Pratt.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Martin Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Consideration of approving an encroachment easement for 400 River Street with the West Shore Community College. The West Shore Community College building located at 400 River Street has portions of the structure which encroach into the right-of-ways of River and Maple Street. The college and the city attorney have prepared an encroachment easement. At this time, council could take action to approve an encroachment easement for 400 River Street. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
How far is the encroachment? How many in feet? How far is it?
It's about 3 feet, would encompass all the architectural bump outs. So it's 3 feet to the south, 3 feet on the east side of the building.
Doesn't present any problems for us at all in terms of what we have to do?
No.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Laura, would you please take roll?
Councilmember Bachmann.
Yes.
Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Lundberg.
Yes.
Mayor Sullivan.
Yes.
Councilmember Pratt.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Martin Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Consideration of approving a contract for the Manistee Fire Station masonry improvements. The fire station masonry improvements include removal of a leaky, non-functioning chimney, removal of paint off the exterior bricks, tuck pointing, repairing damaged brick and mortar joints, and repainting the exterior bricks. The low bid for this project was submitted by Borner Restoration in the amount of $199,939. At this time, council will take action to award the contract to Borner Restoration and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute the documents. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
They, a low bid, but they certainly have a lot of good references and history, it looks like. So I'm excited to see this happen. That building needs some work.
Yes, they had some historical work, and we did have high bids the first time we bid this out, but it included the windows and some other work, so separating it out with just the masonry seems to have been the right move.
Thank you.
Any idea on timeline?
Chief?
Yeah, so the timeline for this project, it's scheduled to start this summer, and in the contract, it has to be done by October 4th. Anything else?
Anybody else? Thank you. Laura, would you please take roll?
Councilmember Bachmann.
Yes.
Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Lundberg.
Yes.
Mayor Sullivan.
Yes.
Councilmember Pratt.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Martin Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Consideration of ordinance 24-07 to amend Chapter 260 Oil and Gas Investment Board of the City of Manistee, Michigan Codified Ordinances. Ordinance 24-07 would amend Chapter 260 to make the City of Manistee Finance Director a permanent member of the Oil and Gas Investment Board. As an ordinance, 2 separate readings are required. If this ordinance is introduced at this time, it could be adopted at the next regular meeting. At this time, council could take action to introduce ordinance 24-07, amending Chapter 260, Oil and Gas Investment Board. Is there a motion?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I just have a question. I mean, it makes total sense to me, but is there a reason when the bylaws or the restrictions were created that they didn't put the financial person on there?
It's a historical question. I don't know, Ed, do you recall the initial? Okay.
Okay.
We can see if we can find, I don't know.
It makes sense to me that that would just be a standard policy, but I just didn't know if there was some logic behind that originally.
And I think talking about it at the Oil and Gas Board meetings, we didn't see why the finance director wasn't made, so that's why the change was made.
Okay.
Is this just more of a procedural change then? I mean, it's not going to change how the board acts, correct?
Correct.
No, I think when we were going over the bylaws, it just said the finance director may be appointed, which doesn't make sense why he may be appointed. He should automatically be, so. Anybody else? Laura, would you please take roll?
Councilmember Bachmann.
Yes.
Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Lundberg.
Yes.
Mayor Sullivan.
Yes.
Councilmember Pratt.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Martin Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Consideration of amendment to the Oil and Gas Investment Board bylaws. The members of the Oil and Gas Investment Board voted on their January 2024 meeting to change the bylaws, making the finance director a permanent member of the board. The Oil and Gas Investment Board is made up of 5 members. The mayor is automatically a member, and the finance director has traditionally been an appointed member. At this time, council could take action to approve the proposed changes to the Oil and Gas Investment Board. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Any discussion? Laura, would you please take roll?
Councilmember Bachmann.
Yes.
Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Lundberg.
Yes.
Mayor Sullivan.
Yes.
Councilmember Pratt.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grabowski.
Yes.
Councilmember Martin Pontiac.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Citizens' comment. This is an opportunity for citizens in attendance to comment on municipal services, activities, or areas of city involvement. Limited to 5 minutes. Letters submitted to council will not be publicly read.
I got one.
I need you to come forward and state your name and address, please.
Sure. 301 Fifth Avenue, apartment 7, Manistee Place. I see golf
Name?
carts, Bert Deary. I see golf carts coming around here downtown, riding around. It's gonna cause an accident. They're slow and they're cumbersome. There's electric gas, there's electric, and there's gas. There's quads that are electric, and there's quads that are gas. Quads are a little bit more quicker getting around town, and they're more easier to get around in winter, where golf carts can't. They make money, which you guys won't let do. They bring tourism in. Manton is doing great. They got 50 quads running around their town, making money. They drive from all the way from Traverse City all the way down to Manton, down to Big Rapids, on the side of the road. They're bringing money in. You guys are not doing anything. The only thing you guys have right now is the casino and these factories. If these factories went out and the casino went out, you guys would be hurting. And that's it. I mean, the quads make money. Snowmobiles don't make the money because it's in wintertime, they don't make the money. The quads can go all year round. And where golf carts, you only got a few golf carts running around here. The quads don't have to be in the city limits, but they could be on the outside of the city limits, driving around, going down to the beach, going down the outer city limits on the side of the road, and bringing money in. Bear Lake, Frankfurt, Onekama. I've seen 15 quads go over that way. Nothing coming this way. Nobody wants to come on over here because you guys won't allow it. Why? Any remark?
This is not a question and answer
Right.
time, just a comment.
Why? I mean, I don't understand it. Why won't you? West side of Cadillac, they let the quads run around over there on the west side. Reed City, Baldwin, they're bringing money in. Luther, Tustin, Leroy, they all let the quads come in and they're making money. Right in Leroy, there's a quad station right there to fix the quads. They're making buku money. I don't know why you guys don't want to bring the quads in here for, but you allow golf carts. And golf carts are more dangerous on the downtown in here than the quads are. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Anybody else? Mr. Gamble?
Thank you, Mayor. Earlier today, we heard from MDOT that unfortunately the bridge does need additional work and it'll be still not open to traffic this weekend and likely not open for traffic on Memorial Day. We are still planning to have the Memorial Day parade, talking with Chief Glass. So this is one of our quicker parades in our discussion, so it's about a 30-minute closure. A freighter, when it comes through, is about 20 minutes, to put that in perspective. So that's the plan, and there will be a traffic routing plan to go the primary detour. So just wanted to keep council updated, and if anything changes, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Mr. Pratt?
I just had a question about the bridge. So when I read the article in the paper, it said that like it could take till maybe the end of June, and I know there's parts and delays. I guess my question is, there's kind of two parts about it. It seemed like last year on First Street, we had no parking signs. Are we gonna put those back out temporarily? The only reason I ask is today I know that rescue had to go out and you had people turning to try to go to Dairy Queen, and some people were not getting over. So I'm just wondering if that's something we can look at, because things kind of get congested as summer traffic starts to ramp up and Dairy Queen is a hot spot.
I missed that first. Are we talking about the no parking signs
Yeah.
on First Street?
There used to be like.
There are some on the south side, or they're not any, somebody pull them?
I think maybe homeowners took them out or whatever as
Take a look at that.
went on. So, or I didn't know if we took them down for the winter or how that worked, so.
They were put in place last year specifically because of Dairy Queen traffic and traffic on First Street. So we'll take a look at that and evaluate it.
Okay, I'd appreciate that. And then the only other question, previous article, Stacy Byteworth had talked about business impact. And I've had some people say that there are signs up towards Traverse City that say the bridge is out, and people might not realize that there is another bridge. If the bridge is gonna be ongoing, is that something we could look at advertising to make sure people are aware of that, especially people that might not be familiar with the area?
I can reach out to MDOT. I talked to Jeff to convey that to MDOT. I can bring it up again about the signage. The longer this goes on, the more we can look at things on First Street and the signage.
Yeah.
So this is an MDOT project. There are some variables that they are not sure how long are going to take. So
Yeah.
we are just kind of waiting on updates, just like the residents and council.
Can I ask one question?
No, sir, you cannot. You cannot. Thank you.
Yeah, I know we're between a rock and a hard place, but I guess I just thought maybe as time goes on, if there's some avenues where we can advocate, it might be worth it.
Yep.
So, thank you.
Mr. Growski?
I'm glad Beth brought that up, because they asked about that at the merchants meeting today, and they thought we should get better knowledge out in the papers or someplace, because a lot of people don't come down because they can't get through. Second thing I wanted to say was I wanted to thank the guys that worked on the trailer last Saturday. They did a really good job. I mean, some of the stuff coming in was rotted. And I mean, they were almost throwing up, it was so bad. And they were cleaning out all the mattresses, and they had a truck and a half, one of the great big trucks from the dumpsters, and man, it was big. And so they had a lot of stuff to haul away. And they really worked a lot till noon. Thank you.
Mr. Bachman?
Well said, Madam Mayor.
The only thing, excuse me, I have is the Tightlines for Troops this weekend, this past weekend, I thought was a fantastic event. I don't think the fishing was that good, unfortunately, but the weather was good, a lot of happy people. That's one of the shining stars of the city. And Ms. Pontiac and I were lucky enough to be on the media boat or spectator boat, ran out and visited with the crews for a little bit and escorted them back in. So what a fantastic program that we do. And one of the organizers talked to Councilmember Pontiac and I, and we'll discuss that a little bit later with maybe the mayor. But yeah, thank the city and everybody that had a part in that. It was a great event.
Yeah, I'd like to say that as well. I think that it's a real shining star for us to support our veterans that way. I think it's it's a unique event, and a lot of people are showing up for it. I think it's really gaining traction. So thank you to everyone involved and whoever took part in making that happen. It was awesome. I also wanted to say, wow, is Jeff here? He's not here?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to say the Fifth Avenue Beach looks great. I think the work that was done at Fifth Avenue Beach is beautiful. I think we're going to enjoy it all summer long, and I just wanted to put out some good vibes, that was a really great addition, and it was really well needed. I wanted to ask a little bit about the bridge. So we're going to do a parade going through, does it go through and come around to, where exactly does it go?
Yeah, we're working out the traffic plan. So the parade starts at River and Division, and it's led by a police car, and it's the shortest parade we have, aside from the schools. And we come to Maple Street, where traffic is allowed to go through. We signal to stop traffic. Once the traffic is stopped, we go around the corner, across the bridge.
Right.
And pull into the lot there by
Right.
Veterans Memorial.
Okay, okay. And it's going to take about as long as it would take for a boat to go through there?
That's what we anticipate. We're working out the traffic plan. Again, there's going to be delays. It's Memorial Weekend, so there certainly is going to be
I was
delays.
just wondering if we could think about maybe not doing something that would impede the only bridge we have right now. Like, could we do the further end of it and go down to First Street, or do something like that wouldn't block up that spot there, because I think it is going to be a lot of traffic. I don't know, just a thought. I don't want to stop the thing from happening, but I'm just worried that,
Well, again, those conversations are in progress. I found out about that today at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I know the paper published that we are still having a parade. That didn't come from my office. Not sure where that came from. So we're still working on traffic plans and staffing, and we think we can do it. I understand your concerns. Obviously, if we don't have the staff to do it, if we can't come up with a proper traffic plan, then we would probably pivot and do something else. But we're trying to do the best we can with this last minute information.
Right.
And still honoring that parade and that ceremony.
definitely don't want to cancel it or anything, but I was just
Sure.
wondering if maybe we could do a different route that didn't include the only thoroughfare we have through town.
Unfortunately, the end game is to get them at the Veterans Park for that ceremony.
Okay.
And I share your concern. I get extremely nervous when the bridge goes up. We stage our assets and our resources on both sides. I get nervous when a sailboat goes up, so I share your concerns.
Okay, all right, I just want to put that out there. And then I was wondering if we could get an update on the chill grant. Is there anything we know? Thank you, Officer Glass, or Chief Glass, not Officer, Chief. I've got some friends that are very interested in applying for that, and they have been asking me, and I'm like, yeah, I need to get an update.
Yes, so again, no news. It's been frustrating. Anybody that's been contacting me through email or phone calls, I just been telling them, please just check back with me within another 2 weeks. Let's do that. As of right now, we don't have a class that's gonna be taking place for another 2 weeks, so yeah, we're just kind of dead in the water, and I apologize, and it gets frustrating, but I tell people, just get back with me, check with me every couple weeks, and just continue to do
So
that.
are we looking like, maybe a month out, 2 months out, could be 6 months, you have no idea?
No idea,
No idea.
no.
Okay, it was unfortunate because now we got these summer hours when all this kind of stuff could be getting done.
Exactly.
And
Oh, yes, and then what are we gonna look into, fall, or people already have contractors, and
Right.
there's not gonna be any.
Yeah, there'll be-
people. Yeah.
Well, that being said, will they be able to extend the deadlines for things?
They
Because
had better, yeah, absolutely.
otherwise, we're gonna be stuck and not getting to
Yeah.
use the money.
Yeah, but everybody we have a group that we talk kind of off, from the state website and everything, and we've gotten together, this whole support group, and we're all just feeling the same thing, so. But we've, taken some ideas from some other things. The AMI, though, that is, did adjust up. I think you can have, I think it's like right around $4,000 more, so, with the area median income, so that's gonna help out, so we're gonna give an update at least, and we've got the emails to send those out and stuff, so Tracy Davis and I with Housing North have been working on that, and we're gonna get that email out to everybody. So still, at least we're touching base with them, and just continuing just to say, be patient with us, we're working on it, we will let you know, so.
Are people leaving you their emails and things
Yep,
like that? And
yep.
kind of saying, hey, I'm.
Or just stopping in, yep, absolutely. Yeah, so we've got all those names still, and I just double check with them, maybe I've seen them 3 times, but it's like, you know what, let's make sure you're on the list. This is your correct email, this is your phone number, this is your address, because we're gonna get a hold of you, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I think before you said that it was going to be first come, first served basis.
Yes.
Now, how is that gonna look now that you have a list of people who already,
Well, no, the list is just for applications, yes, just for information.
so once that application is. all started?
Yeah,
Okay,
so no, not until they get the applications released, yeah,
all right, thank you.
They don't give you any idea when they're gonna get those applications out?
no,
know. And it's been a little frustrating because it's like we're in a work in progress. We're right there, working with them, and they're kind of changing things, tweaking things, and moving things. So it's new for them too. So, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else? That's it. I will take a motion to adjourn.
I make motion to adjourn.